47 after a 10-yard gain. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Brown. On the move at the 30. Wide open spaces. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Shoots it to the left. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Just got to have better awareness if you're the wide receiver and understanding where the sideline is. That time, it didn't even...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looking for a crease. It's Durham. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and come.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can... So 1st down will open up the final period. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game. Now, not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Wants to adjust the pattern. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, in this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got a man, it's Anderson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Coverage team was down there to corral. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here's the pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's sharp. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The give to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They kick it away on 4th down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. Next, let's choose your rosters. If you're looking for the latest EA Sports recommended roster featuring more than 1,000 additional players, choose the active roster option. Or you can select the rosters from our original launch with the default roster option. Here is where you can customize your Dynasty experience. Similar to last year, here's where you'll modify your settings from the updated list of available options and customize your conferences complete with unique rules and protected rivals. It's now time to select your team. Time to figure out where. Now for the fun part. Now is time to choose your coach's archetype. Your starting choices are motivator, recruiter, and tactician. What's most important to you? Maximizing player development, acquiring new talent, or putting your team in the best position to win? Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching contract. Now pay attention to the expectations of the role. Failing to meet the university's expectations will land you on the hot seat and potentially looking for a new job when the coaching carousel rolls around. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.